Claude just fired my video editor. It builds the motion graphics, it times the transitions, it scores its own soundtrack, and it generates its own B-roll. I spent 2 months on a single Claude skill to get here. And the reason it took 2 months is that I'd already watched every other video about AI replacing editors, and every time I looked at the actual output, it looked like AI made it. So no more waiting 5 days on a turnaround and no more $200 a video. By the end of this, you'll have the same skill running on your own footage. One command, raw footage in, finished video out. And the part nobody else has working, it generates its own assets. It doesn't need a stock library. This video you're watching was edited by that system, under an hour end to end. Let's build it. 3 tools, and they each do one job. Claude Code is the editor. It makes the decisions. Hyperframes is the render engine. It's what actually turns those decisions into video. And Higgsfield is the art department. Every image, every piece of B-roll generated on demand. Think of it like a small edit team. Claude Code is the editor sitting at the desk. Hyperframes is the person who actually fits in the motion graphics. And Higgsfield is the designer down the hall who makes whatever the editor asks for. You're the client. We're not going to skip the setup. We'll be doing some of the boring parts too, because that's the part that actually stops people. And I want you to be able to have this up and running on your computer by the time this video finishes. If your business already has leads, clients, tasks, or follow-ups falling through the cracks, don't start by buying another AI tool. Start by mapping the bottleneck. I work with business owners to build AI systems around the highest leverage workflow first. If that's what you need, book a consulting call below. And if you're still in learning mode and want the templates, workflows, and breakdowns behind these videos, the school community is linked below as well. Here it is in action. This is the raw material, the audio recording of the hook for the video that you're watching right now. You can use a video too if you want it. All we're gonna do is invoke the skill and let Claude Code take over. Now this process does take time, but the advantage is that you can let it do its thing and walk away and come back after half an hour to an hour to a fully edited and complete video. And that's the whole interface. Raw footage in on one side, one prompt, and a finished video out the other. There is no timeline. I never had to open an editor. And if you don't like something about the video the first time, all you have to do is go back to Claude Code and simply prompt it with instructions and the timestamp for what you want to change, and it's going to go ahead and change it. It's a robust, full-featured video editor that you can type and talk to instead of dragging your mouse around the screen and staring at details. But none of this works until it's running on your machine, and there are exactly 4 things that you need to install. First off, Hyperframes. Hyperframes is a library that turns HTML into video. That's the whole idea. Your motion graphics are like web pages and components, and it films them, turns it into a video recording. Now you don't install this the normal way. All you need to do is copy the repo URL, paste it into Claude Code, and you tell it, this is an open source video tool I want to use, read it and install it for me. It's going to install Hyperframes, and it's going to install all the associated skills that Hyperframes developers have made that automatically teach Claude Code how to use this framework. Now with Hyperframes done, we need to set up Higgsfield for the asset generation. Higgsfield is an image and video generation platform that gives you access to all the latest models for fairly competitive rates. But where Higgsfield gets really powerful is that it has an MCP connector for Claude Code. An MCP is just like a plug. It lets Claude Code use another app directly instead of copying things back and forth. So once you set up the MCP, Claude Code can actually pick and choose which Higgsfield tools to use, give it the prompt by itself, and actually generate the video for you without you needing to lift a finger. Adding the Higgsfield connector is really easy. And this is the step that makes the difference between this and every other AI editing setup that you've seen. Without it, the agent can only use assets that you already give it. But with this, it can go make whatever it needs. Now, in order for Claude Code to be able to edit your video the way that you want it, it needs to know 2 things. number one, what's being said and exactly what time, and also what's being shown on screen. We're going to solve both of those problems with two free open source tools. For transcription, we're going to use Whisper. Just ask Claude Code to install Whisper for you. It's going to download it and install it onto your system. When you give Whisper an audio file or a video file, it's going to transcribe it with timestamps. This is incredibly useful reference for Claude Code to decide what elements to put where. And if you're shooting a talking head video, or you're demonstrating something, or you have a screen recording, Claude Code can use FFmpeg, which is the other tool, to actually extract frames from your video and analyze that image to see what's going on. So the combination of actually looking at the frames from your video and understanding exactly what's being said when is going to help Claude Code come up with a foolproof editing plan that it can then follow and generate the video for you. Now, up until now, we only have 4 separate tools, and there is no real game plan for Claude Code to be able to use everything together in conjunction and in a systematic way. So we're going to solve that problem by creating a skill that utilizes all 4 tools plus Claude's own intelligence to actually generate the video. So I'm going to give you an overview of what you need to prompt Claude with to build this skill for yourself. Within this framework, feel free to give Claude custom instructions for your own editing style and vision. And if you want to use the exact skill that I'm using to edit this video and all of my other videos, you can go ahead and find it in the school community AI Incubator Pro, where you can get this plus 40 other ready to plug in workflows for your and your clients' businesses. The link is in the description. Now, to build the skill, you'll need to prompt Claude Code to use the available tools, Hyperframes, Higgsfield, Whisper, and FFmpeg, to take rough cut audio and video files and then transcribe them with near exact timestamps, analyze frames from the videos using FFmpeg, use the Hyperframes and Higgsfield skills, and generate an edit plan. Here you can add your custom rules for the edit. For example, making sure something changes every 2 or 3 seconds, only gentle motion required in talking head segments, do or don't use callouts, etc. Spend some time and write this section out. And don't worry, you can always go back and make modifications to the skill later. It will take a few iterations and testing to get this output the way that you want. Finally, approve the plan with you and then execute using Higgsfield and Hyperframes skills. So once you fire the skill on your video files, before it writes a single graphic, it does something that almost no other setup does. It takes a screenshot of your footage every couple of seconds and writes down what's on screen at that moment, the content map file. Because knowing what you said isn't enough. If you're on a settings page at 420, a graphic explaining that setting is useful. If you're on your own face, it may not be. The transcript alone can't tell it the difference. It writes the whole edit as a document first, and nothing renders or generates until you say yes. Because a plan takes you about a minute to read, and a render takes an hour to produce. Reviewing in the wrong place is what makes this feel slow. And here's where I'm going to disagree with every other AI editing workflow out there. Don't let AI cut your video. Most setups start by transcribing the footage and automatically cutting out silences, the filler, the bad takes. It sounds like the best part, but really it's actually the worst part, because cutting is judgment. It's you deciding which take was the good one. Overlays are labor. It's 4 hours of keyframing that produces exactly one right answer. So my rule is set in stone. The footage is never cut and never reordered. Everything the agent does sits on top, which means it structurally cannot ruin a take. Now, if you're not happy with the first pass, you can always go back to Claude Code and just give it exact timestamps, describe what's going on, and tell it what you want it to change. That's the beauty of this whole workflow. You do not need Adobe Premiere, you don't need DaVinci, you don't need After Effects. All you need is Claude Code and a browser. You can even ask it to replace some of the AI-generated images or videos from Higgsfield in case you didn't like any. Specify which one it is and the timestamp, Claude will recognize it. It'll even have the prompt that it used at the start on hand. It'll modify the prompt, generate a new asset, and insert it into the video where you want it. This video itself took 2 passes to get it to where you're watching it, not just one. And here's what it genuinely cannot do. It can't tell you the video is boring. It'll execute a technically perfect edit of a bad section forever. Taste is still entirely on you. What it replaced is the labor, not the judgment. And that run I started at the beginning, this video, is done. Which is the whole video you've been watching. Every graphic, every piece of B-roll, all of it.